probably do this.
And safe from watching more Guilty Gear.
Oh. Man, 3 weddings is just too much in one day.
Yeah. That's a lot.
A lot of beer and a lot of food. But the one wedding had food trucks, is what they
Ooh.
use for catering. It was pretty brilliant idea.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that. And the food trucks make a lot of money.
Yep.
Was there like a taco truck?
No, there wasn't a taco truck. There was like a salad French fry truck,
Okay.
and then there was a burger truck.
See, as long as you have something that makes sense about 2 hours into you drinking pretty heavily, you hit that burger truck and soak all that up.
Oh, the burger truck was so good. Something else too there. Yeah, whatchamacallit, the second wedding I was at in the afternoon, it was attached to this really old shitty bar in Denison, on Denison Avenue.
Yeah.
It was 70th and Denison, exactly where I want to be on a Saturday.
Right.
So we go in there. The bride is an hour late. I'm in the bar, and they were serving those big, like, knobby, like, 32-ounce glasses. Like the ones you see at, like, the Swedish glasses. Like the dumbass huge ones.
Yeah.
So I'm 2 Warsteiners in by the time everyone starts showing up.
Pretty loose and shitty already.
And I'm like, you know what, man? I don't know how the fuck I'll make it to the next one.
But if that's the one you tap out on, that's alright.
Yeah, I tapped out at the whatchamacallit, at the Russian wedding.
Yeah.
So Russian weddings or Russian events, they all have pickles and pretzels everywhere.
Huh.
They use a pickle as a chaser for vodka. I had no idea.
I had no idea there. That makes sense, I guess. And it's tasty.
I don't know. I would have to try it. I wonder how well that cuts down that vodka shittiness that's going down your throat.
Probably with all the vinegar, probably pretty well. Yeah, I love pickles.
I do too. You know what? I think I did see that on House of Cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot a vodka, bite the pickle.
Yes, that makes sense. Plus, pickles are cheap as hell.
Yeah.
Not gonna go poor eating pickles.
Yeah, but they are good. And they last a while, too.
That's true. Oh, I'm so tired.
I know. So tired, Todd. Not now.
So tired, Boomer.
Don't you know I get farty and bloated after a foamy latte?
I still haven't seen Zoolander 2.
It's okay.
I hear it's fine.
Yeah. All right, that's exactly. If you ever see it, that's exactly as good as Ghostbusters was.
It's just a good movie.
It's just okay.
Yeah. It's not gonna set the world on fire, but it also hasn't ruined your childhoods, so maybe shut up about it.
So I'm sitting here watching. Apparently, it's ruined a few childhoods already.
Oh, I guess.
Like, fucking, what was his name? Sean said he walked out on it with his family.
Why would you walk out of Ghostbusters? I've only walked out of one movie. And that was Magnolia. Because it's atrocious. I walked out 2 minutes before the ending, of course. Hey. It ruined my childhood. My dog childhood.
No, but he's like, I didn't find it funny. It looked like there were jokes, but nothing was landing, and I hated it. And I was like, what?
You went in hating it.
Exactly. And I'm like, dude, how bad does it suck to be you?
Well, like, at that point, you already know you hated it, so why'd you waste your money? You knew what the outcome was going to be.
But I don't understand. I was like, Sean, if you're ever on the fence to go see something, see it with me.
Yeah.
I'll make you sit through it.
Yeah.
I was like, that was far better than the Warcraft movie.
Yeah. Or at least just wait until you can rent it from Redbox.
No, there's no waiting around for that. I still wanted to see Ninja Turtles, but I think I missed my window on that one. That's another one that just looks like dumb fun.
Yeah, like, it's not going to be the next Inception. Like, it's not going to be something you come out of and you're like, that is something I've never seen before. That was great.
Oh,
It's a Ghostbusters movie.
I am really. I just. Oh,
Ooh, that's the good stuff. Show me those gams.
oh man. My legs. My body hurts so much.
He's all legs, ladies.
My elbow. Are we live?
Yeah, of course we are.
I'm so sore. I took a weekend off of golfing because my body just cannot handle it anymore.
Yeah. Take a bye week.
I'm hoping by Tuesday I'll feel better, but...
Oh, jeez. Just punch my mic.
I don't know. What am I feeling like for dinner? I literally have, like, no food in the house.
We're gonna have stir fry.
I have Stir Friday.
Yeah. What else is in movies? What else is in the theaters? Ghostbusters, The Infiltrator. I don't really want to see that. Hey, Jetmech. Outlaws and Angels. I don't know half of these movies.
Yeah, like, I'm not exactly sure either. But I didn't think it was horrible.
Like, most of the stuff that's going to get released to theaters in 2016 isn't going to be horrible. You know? Like, and if it is, it's going to have such a small opening.
Alright, let's
So
see.
it's like going to see Secret Life of Pets. That's the movie I was thinking of. That movie's going to be fine.
I know, but I don't want to see it.
I mean, I'm 34. I don't really need to see it. I'll probably watch it at some point, but like...
Alright, so the thing that blew my mind is... So he's talking about how bad, like, this Ghostbusters has been punching his children or whatever.
Yeah.
And...
destroying 30 years ago or whatever.
And then he starts defending Batman vs Superman. I'm like, what?
He's like, wait, pump the brakes.
I'm like, what are you talking about? If it wasn't...
I just don't understand. I think it's the same thing we were talking about. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. I think if you're a fan of video games, so many of our childhood favorites have been stomped on for so long that you have to look at movies and be like, okay, I know what's going to happen. I still love Sonic 2, even though Sonic 2006 is a hot pile of trash. And that's okay.
Alright, so, okay. So there's Ghostbusters, The Infiltrator, that's that one with Bryan Cranston and with John Leguizamo.
Yeah, I don't like John Leguizamo that much.
He's hit or miss with me. When he hits, he's really good.
I like him in Spawn.
What, as a Violator?
Yeah.
See, I like him even less in movies, like in Chef.
Oh, he was in that. God, that was a good movie.
Like, that's the John Leguizamo that he just needs to be.
Just be like a normal dude.
Just be the sidekick.
Yeah.
And just have fun.
I should watch that movie again. I haven't watched it in a couple months.
Alvin... They made another Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Oh, they're just dumping that thing out.
Alright. The hologram for the king. Oh, that's what's his nuts, right? Tom Hanks?
Yeah. I didn't hear much about that.
Central Intelligence just looks horrendous.
I mean, you know what you're getting into with that.
Holy shit, Cool Runnings is playing around here.
I thought The Shallows was an interesting idea, but the more the commercials were on, the less
it's fucking
cool
Jaws.
Yeah, it seemed like it could have been kind of a neat idea, but not. Apparently the BFG flopped.
Well...
Oh, Now You See Me Too. Boy, that got really bad reviews.
And I'm sure that one's pretty just okay.
I liked the first one. I thought that was a fun
The first one
ride.
got destroyed.
I thought that was a good movie.
I don't mind Matthew McConaughey. I'll probably go see Free State of Jones.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sean just texted me top 8 or on Twitch right now in Guilty Gear. He was such a hater for that game. Because it's not Street Fighter. What kind of traitor was Sultan?
I don't like.
Swiss Army Man just looks weird. I think I'm gonna love it.
Yeah. I feel like the way that
Like Tarzan. Like, who in their right mind think there's going to be any conflict and Tarzan isn't going to win?
right. You know how that movie ends.
He gets Jane.
Shocker. Tarzan wins. I feel like the way that Sean hates things, I've never disliked something that much to continue to hate it after like an initial flare up.
I know.
Like I will dislike something vehemently for a little bit of time. I don't like Street Fighter 5 because I didn't like Street Fighter 4, and it doesn't look like it deviates much from the formula. And that's it. I don't care anymore now.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. I know it's a thing I'm not going to like, so I'm going to pay attention to it from like a news standpoint because you know, the stuff they're doing with microtransactions sucks, the stuff they did with the single player sort of stunk, but it seems like a good Street Fighter game if you enjoy those, and I'm happy people get more of what... It's the same way I feel about a new Guilty Gear coming out. I'm happy we get more of stuff that people like.
Yes. Oh, Mike and Dave New Wedding Days. There's another great one.
Man, looking at the previews, I thought that would be good. But the reviews I've seen, it seems like it doesn't do anything special. Which is okay.
Fuck, I just really want to watch Captain America again.
Yeah.
I'm so mad that site I won't let me pay. I tried several times.
What if you just need to give it a couple days? Maybe their payment processing was down. It's run by like 3 dudes.
Dude, I sent him a message. I was like, dude, what's going on?
Right.
I don't know. It just says decline, man. Well, I know it can't be insufficient funds.
Right. That's weird. You might want to try in a couple days and see. Excuse me.
Oh.
Get it all out before we start recording.
We are recording.
No, but like for real. Oh, God. Oh, my back. Alright, are you ready to kick this thing off?
I think there's another one in there, but it's just watched.
You can't trust it. It's too deep in.
It is. It might come out with a little bit of baggage.
Yeah. Welcome to TVGP, the most mature adult video game podcast on the internet.
So, I am not installing this update on my phone.
Which, for what?
For the OS.
Oh.
Well, no, because last time I did it, then everything else connected to the phone, like my watch, everything else, stopped working.
Oh, right.
I don't want to roll the dice again because of that, I have bought a new watch and a new phone. I'm like fucking $700 into this.
From a bad OS update?
Yes.
I bet if you wait like 2 or 3 weeks, if they don't put out another one, you're fine.
I don't know. I'm tired. The energy level's real low today.
Well, let's knock out this episode so we can go watch some Guilty Gear highlights.
Okay, alright. So if I say no credit card and do Bitcoin or Amazon, right?
Okay. You could just pay with Amazon.
But it says yes, please, credit card.
Hold on.
Alright, I'm going to try this again.
Let me look at the site when we log out.
But I already have a thing. Like, I already set up my what's its nuts.
Okay, so you say no. Oh, I see. Oh, it's asking you if you want to renew automatically. Gotcha.
I don't care.
I would just say no and pay with Amazon.
Alright. What is... Hold on. What's the name of this? Alright.
Please hold, everyone. I'm gonna go check my CPAP machine stats while we're waiting.
It keeps stats for you?
Yeah, it's all in the cloud.
Isn't it? Isn't it always?
It shows me how long I used it, how well my mask sealed, how many AHI events I had per hour, how many times I took it on and off. And it charts that over the last 14 or 30 days. And if I put the SD card from my machine into my PC, I can pull raw data from it. From, I think, the lifetime I've had the thing.
Shit.
It's pretty cool, the technology that they have for keeping you alive and not dying in the middle of the night while you're sleeping. Or I guess hurting my brain and my heart more.
What? Hello, your account is not active. Save. I am aware my account is not active. Yes, but it needs some payments. Yes, payments. $99.
Take me to Amazon.
So I'm gonna hit no. Next. Okay. Let's see. You are about to say confirm. Yes, confirm.
Do the thing.
Okay, so is Bitcoin checkout or this? So what I'm debating whether or not now is not a good time, or if now is a good time to get into Bitcoin, with everything else shuttering.
Nah.
You don't think so?
I don't think any time is a good time to get into Bitcoin.
Really?
I don't trust it.
Oh, Amazon. Pay with Amazon. Okay. Next.
I feel like there's something... I think it's a really cool technology. I think there are... Every time I read stuff about, like, digging into the deep end of the currency itself, it seems like there are enough holes in it that I'm not necessarily sure I would make any investment in that as a currency. I'm gonna move my monitor here. There we go. That's better.
Son of a bitch.
Still nothing?
No, it worked.
Oh.
Alright, click to return. I have no files whatsoever.
Oops.
Alright, so I guess I will dick around with this later.
I'm gonna shoot you a friend request here in a minute. Sharing. Search other users by their email. I can do that.
Well, you know my username already. It's the same as it is everything else.
Oh, well, let me try it. 3-3. Add as a friend. Awaiting approval. I think I'm sharing everything. Yep. Okay. Okie doke.
Approval. And here you are. So that I can just kind of...
If you go to your files and then look for a folder called items shared with you, click on that and then click on my name and you can just see the my entire folder structure. And when you look under transfers, no. I wonder if they did away with that screen. How do you get back there? Oh, if you go under history, you can see everything I've downloaded. Sort of as it comes in.
Lip sync battle. Come on, man.
Hey, my wife likes it.
The one with Clark Gregg was pretty good, though.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Okay, you ready to do this thing?
Parts Unknown. It's a good show. All right, all right. So how do I search for stuff on here?
It should just be a search at the top.
I don't know. Dude, I got the brain fog. Something fierce.
Yeah, how do you search? Oh, it's just that big black bar at the top.
Oh,
I've never searched, so I'm like, well, how do you? It's got to be obvious.
it's pretty.
It couldn't be more obvious. This black bar that says "type to search."
But how do you find stuff? Is the
What are you looking for?
oh, Civil War?
Oh, we'll cover that after we record this then.
Okay. You know, I want to find out who won.
Yeah, who did win?
Was it the Navy or the Gray?
Spider-Man wins. Everybody gets one.
But who's in the Free State of Jones? Oh, why is it so hot in here?
Unfortunately, I can't answer that for you.
Oh my god. I can't.
All right, brain fog, you ready to do this thing?
No!
I don't wanna. You can't make me. Pope, put on the hat. No, I don't wanna.
I don't want to wear the hat. It looks like a dick. I always thought that was funny. See how important you are in the church is how much your hat you're wearing makes it look like a giant cock.
Yeah. Very subtle, that church.
It is, especially the one that's got that big crease down the front of it. Like,
yeah, where it's like, oh. Learning a lot about anatomy today.
yes, we are. It is really warm in here. And I think this hat's a little too tight.
You were just having a bad day overall.
I am. Those clothes are fighting me.
We need to do this and then take a nap.
Who's it?
I like this is like the Walsh University Matryoshka doll.
I.
What's under the... Whoa!
It's another one. That I wonder if I don't have any Welsh tattoos, so there's nothing on the breastplate here.
That's true. Not yet, right?
Never.
This site open for advertising.
I could get a Cavalier. It's like, oh, it's for the Cavs.
Yeah. Just get that new Cleveland sign tattooed on you.
All right. We did start recording, right? Yeah, we did. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're 23 minutes in.
Oh!
Yeah.
I think it's because I haven't had as much tobacco last week than I normally did.
Run on empty.
No, I'm trying to I've got myself down to like 1 to 3 pinches of real stuff, and I've been using this mint.
Right, like weaning yourself off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too aggressive on my steps. I'm out of stimulants.
Need my goat juice.
Yeah, I mean, I have some... You know what? I'm gonna grab that coffee. I'll be right back.
All right. Hi, everyone in chat. We're both tired today, so it's taking us a little bit of time to get started here. And my glasses are dirty. How's everyone doing? Anyone playing anything good? Whoop. How's my desk? I have a bunch of chocolate candy wrappers here on my desk. Some sort of slob. Still more. Okay. Let's toss all these out. Okay. I might as well check on my Avengers Academy while we're here. Don't tell anyone. Especially don't tell Knobs, it's a secret. You returning made you look like you just woke up. Like you took a 2-minute nap and you came back and just woke up.
That's what I feel like. Still got all this product in my hair from the other night, so it's all like feels like straw on my face. The horse hair.
Okay.
That hat was really tight. You can see the crease.
Yeah. Guess you just have to drive down there and get a new one.
Is my head getting bigger?
Medically? I'm not sure.
It could be concerning.
I'm not a doctor, but...
Oh, speaking of doctors, have you watched any of Wayward Pines?
No.
That's a clever little show.
Really? What's it on?
Yeah. ABC?
Okay.
Or FX? I don't know which one it is.
I've heard of it.
It's on after MasterChef, so whatever channel that's on.
Fox, maybe? I don't even know.
I think so. But, I didn't watch any, like, I saw bits and pieces of the first season, didn't know anything that was going on, and then I pretty much started with season 2. I really wish I'd watched season 1.
Yeah.
Not because I don't know, that I couldn't figure out what's going on, but the reveal that had to have happened to be where they are now had to have been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not obtuse to Matt Dillon. I always thought he was okay.
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's okay.
It's one of the original, the hell were they called?
Brat Pack.
Brat Pack. Outsiders.
Yeah, jeez.
Led by a 30-year-old Patrick Swayze.
Everything's totally normal.
Why not? It checks out.
Who wouldn't trust the Sways?
After like looking at Patrick Swayze movies in retrospect, I don't get it. I don't get how they thought he was a tough guy.
Yeah, he's not.
He had his little hair like bouncing like a pom-pom. Like,
it's like at some point you could look at Steven Seagal and be like, okay, I could sort of buy this.
Until he runs, and then he looks like a fool.
Yeah. His run is so bad.
Oh my god, it looks like if Mr. Potato Head led legs long enough to run, it looks like Steven Seagal. With the little ponytail hit at the back.
It's so bad.
It's so true.
Yeah. It's just something you should edit around.
Yeah, like that and like his movies are so egregious for speeding up frames to make it look faster.
Yeah.
I'm like, what why do you even have to bother doing this?
I know editors do that a lot of times with car chases, but like that's kind of the limit.
Yeah, but it's hand to hand, and you're like, he's just like, whoo, whoo,
yeah,
and it like skips 3 frames, and you're like, no one moves like that.
Even I know that's been edited.
Ever. You should watch, what was that one? Hard to Kill. No, Hard to Kill is Van Damme, but the, it's not Death Wish, that's Charles Bronson. The fuck is going on in my head?
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
You know what? I have an image of a seaman in there just telling me the wrong shit. Oh no!
What movie is it? Rumble in the Bronx.
It's totally hard target. No.
Hard boiled.
No. Nope. Hard boiled. No.
16 Candles. Nope. Also not it.
No. 88 Bullets. Fuck you! Like, damn it!
The Last Samurai. No, please God, no.
Stop it. Samurai Jack. What?
Zoolander.
It is just like this just titles going through my head. And I cannot grab the right one. And it's probably just floating in front of my house with
Yeah.
Alright.
Ready?
No, but
Okay.
gonna have to be.
Chat is already starting. Alright, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back to everybody.
We're 2,000 miles away. That cannot be contagious.
Starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me, as always, my faithful companion, Mr. Knobs.
What's up?
Let's just dive right into it. Knobs, what have you been playing?
Alrighty, well, it has been another exhaustingly busy week.
Yeah.
Was able to squirrel away enough time to get some Monday Night Game Night Left 4 Dead 2. I think we had a full house.
Ooh.
We had a pretty good match going on up in there until they kind of decided to give up. a few suicides, a few I'm leaving you behind and running forward, not realizing that it's doing more detriment than good. Like, I need to score points, but you score more when we're together.
Right.
Like
it's the buddy system.
It's the crux of the game. Tom Game and I got caught sleeping a few times.
Yeah.
I think we played No Mercy.
Ooh.
And that first area, it's like we're just getting at. There's a witch in a horrible spot. So I elected to jump on that grenade for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we had a lot of witches and not a lot of tanks, which I think that game plays way better when there's more witches and less tanks.
Yeah, because you always have those choke points where it's like, wait,
Yes.
what am I hearing? Like everyone shut up. Did you hear that?
Yeah, where you have to communicate and someone has to roll the dice and try and crown her before she wipes out everyone.
Yep.
But yeah, there was time like, so you got the tight alleyway, we get through that, we go out there, and I see Tom get jockeyed off in the distance. And I'm like,
just his little gamer tag floating away.
I turn around, I shoot him, I shoot the thing off, I turn around and I get charged and I see Tom running back away. I'm like, oh, and then as soon as so I'm like, Tom, I thought you were right next to me, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm sorry, I just didn't see it happen. I'm like, okay. So he gets the charger off me. I'm down. Then Ing floats a hunter, and gets him. And I was like, well, I guess it was only meant to be.
That's all she wrote, boys.
But yeah, so it was. I still love playing that game, and I love playing that game with the group because the group is a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's one of those games that I feel like if you haven't had a crew to play with it, I feel like that's the reason why it never clicked with a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's more the group you're able to play that game with and how awful you can be to each other.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing we ran into with Gears. You know, you had a good group, you could kind of play together for a while, single player and the horde mode and all that stuff, and it kind of clicked with us in occasionally that misery loves company sort of way.
Yes. Well, yeah, and whatchamacallit, the great rounds of horde mode that we'd have,
Yep.
or really trying to go, or we're trying to beat that game on super hard as a group, and it is a group effort.
Yeah,
That's a lot of fun. I made it to level 185 in nonstop night.
Wow.
And I am milking this thing. Oh my god! Like right now, nothing's really a threat till I get into 160s.
Yeah.
I can just kind of put my nonstop potion on, just let them have the town, just go after it. I think I only need 4 achievements.
Jeez. Just beating the crap out of that thing.
How was I not even really playing it?
Yeah. And it's free. Everyone should download it. It's so good.
It's a good game. Speaking of free games, kind of free games, I have played a significant amount of Pokemon Go.
Yeah. I didn't play a lot of it this week because of the stuff Niantic pulled with our Google accounts. I don't know if you saw that online.
Vaguely.
Basically, they accidentally, when you hooked up your account with Google, they accidentally got 100% permissions to everything in your Google account across the
Really?
board. And they broke a lot of, good faith stuff by not putting that pop up where it's like, this application is requesting access for, these things. It just didn't do that. It just took control immediately.
Really?
Thankfully, they pushed an update pretty quickly, but I didn't play it for a couple days because I disassociated my account. On the Google side, I disconnected Pokemon Go from my account just because I don't want anyone to have access to my account other than me. So once they pushed the fix, then I played a little bit more. But I haven't played it that much. What level are
Yeah,
you?
I think 4.
Yeah. I'm
Like
like
I'm
3, I think.
like I'm not like I'm really playing a lot, but there was one time where I was having a lot of fun with it when I parked at the Chipotle in the parking lot at the mall. And
Hmm.
I caught 5 Pokemons on my way into the building.
Nice.
And then I caught my last one in the guacamole as I was getting my burrito. That was in line. It's like, yeah!
Did you guys
I
see
just
this?
I just caught a rat in the guacamole, so don't worry about it. I'm cool.
Everything's good.
Everything's all right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
But But yeah, so then, like, 'cause I drive around a lot for work, and I'm like, dude, this would be perfect.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get in a parking lot, just fire it up, see if any Pokemon's around, so I'm gonna go get those.
Toss some Pokeballs.
So then I did this. So I had to go give an estimate for a walking path in Lorain, Ohio.
Hmm.
So I am way out of the way, and this thing is huge. I'm like, all right, this is perfect. That's a walking path. I pull out Pokemon Go, take a couple pictures of stuff while I'm here.
Yep.
No problem. Two. Two. And it was a 4,500 linear foot path.
Wow.
So I had to walk 9,000 steps,
Jeez. I mean,
and I still didn't get it.
I feel like that's been the complaint I've been seeing the last couple of days about Pokemon Go is like you go to Walmart, you're going to catch like 5,000 Pokemon. You go out into a field somewhere, or if you manage to live in the sticks, got nothing.
Oh yeah, like you go to the mall, you catch them nonstop.
Yeah. That's
You
kind of a
go,
bummer.
yeah,
Because as much as it's getting people, especially kids, out there and like exploring the neighborhood and getting outside and getting exercise and all that,
for the neighborhood.
it's exploring the neighborhood. It sort of stinks that if you want to like go to a field and like fly a kite with your kids and catch Pokemon, you can only do one of those things.
I don't know why I decided to do this, but this is kind of
What's happening?
this is just I found a razor blade.
So Nobs and I are both a little tired this week.
I'm making a steak.
I think the only thing that that's disappointing me a little bit is how many people are upset that there are people outside exploring the neighborhood playing Pokemon Go.
I don't understand it either. Like
People
there's
are
like
outside and getting exercise, especially kids. That like you can't have it both ways. You can't have it. I wish these kids would stop playing video games and get outside. And you can't be upset that kids are going outside and playing video games with each other. Like this is what you wanted.
no. The amazing thing is I think I've seen more adults playing this game than
Mhm.
anything else. Like
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I'm driving around the street and there are people with their phones
Just
huddled
roving
in,
packs of adults.
just like what's going on? Like I drove past a group of people, and 6 out of the 7 of them all had their phones up with Pokemon playing.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me.
It's just a cool experience. Like, I know a lot of people are sort of blasé about it or, like, sick about seeing it on Facebook, which is fair.
Who cares?
The thing that I realized today when I was talking to my wife about it is I feel like for so many people, how they feel about Pokemon Go and, like, being beat about the head and neck about it is me with fantasy football for, like, 6 months of the year.
Yes.
Like-
that is a great analogy.
Like, I don't care about fantasy football, and when I was working in an office, that's all you hear about for like 6 months. And I feel like Pokemon Go is like the nerd version of like, everyone come over here, I caught a Squirtle. And everyone's like, ugh, alright, whatever, nerds.
Is the Squirtle rare?
Dude, I have no idea. I
No.
just like Squirtle. It's a Squirtle.
Because it's the only one I can really remember.
Yeah, exactly. Squirtle and Pikachu.
Yeah.
I've played Pokemon games, and like those are the two I remember. Yeah, Mewtwo. There's another one.
But no, I know what you mean. But that is a great analogy. It is the equivalent of fantasy football. Like as much as you don't care about hearing about Pokemon, I don't care about fantasy football.
Right. And
I really don't care who's hurt.
The thing I was talking to my wife too is like I like that Pokemon Go caught on because I feel like you and I have been champions for AR for like 5 years, and yes. I feel like people are finally seeing how cool AR can be, and like you and I are finally getting vindication where it's like, yes, thank you, AR is cool. Look at this cool you have Pokemon in the guacamole. Come on, this is so cool.
Yeah, like I was trying to explain to people at work. She's like, I just don't get it. Why are you throwing little balls at these things? I was like, you just catch them.
Just download it and try. It's free.
So what do you do when you catch them? It doesn't matter. You just catch them.
Mm-hmm. It takes like 10 seconds.
You have 180. You have 180 these things to get. Just catch them all.
Yeah, there'll be more in the future, I bet.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I feel like it's the same with Nonstop Night for us, where someone's like, look, just try it. It's free. Within 5 minutes, you're like, oh, yeah, I get it. This is pretty, all right, this is pretty cool. I get why this is good.
You know why it's awesome? Because it's a nonstop runner that you don't even have to play.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I just have to interact with it every once in a while, and it's good.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is great. I would, if anybody is at least interested in it, it's free. You probably have a Google account. Go download it, hook it up, and try it for 5 minutes. If you try it and either it doesn't work or you don't like it, at least you tried it. It's not going to blow up your phone. It's not going to destroy your life.
It is going to eat up some battery life, though.
It does chew through your battery pretty quickly, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only real bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was it, and I'll probably do that kind of sporadically because it is kind of fun to get in a new place, open up, see what's around you.
Yeah. It's not something you're playing, like, it's not something you're checking every hour.
No.
Yeah.
Don't play it while you're driving. There's no reason to catch Pokemons at 45 miles an hour.
Don't trespass to places either, like power stations. Don't go there. Don't trespass. Don't be an idiot.
I was in someone's backyard the other day. Not gonna lie.
Don't do that either.
It was right there.
Some guys got shot at yesterday.
I did get buzzed by some hummingbirds while I was in that yard, though. It was kind of crazy.
Huh.
One like rattled on the bill of my hat. I'm like, what is it?
Oh, Sleeping Beauty over here? What's happening?
Like what? Like what? Did I invade some special space here? What is happening?
In a Disney movie?
It's a wonderful day for pie. But anyway, yeah. So that's fun. I mean, I'm not really into mobile games, and it's been like 3 for 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I behest to my better judgment, I bought the Ghostbusters game.
Oh.
And yeah, that's an isometric, another dual stick shooter.
Yeah.
That's horribly written.
Also doesn't feature anybody from any of the other Ghostbusters things, not even like the cartoon when we were growing up.
No.
Yeah.
None of those, but it references the movie as the I forgot the word they used, and it kind of made me cringe. Founderesses?
Oh boy.
It was something like that. While they were out saving Washington D.C., they left these ragtag group of people in New York to save New York.
That's so bad. So I heard the unfortunate part about this game is it's just not fun.
No, not really.
Like, it's well enough made, and I thought that if somebody could make this pretty competently, so apparently from everything I've been seeing, it's basically like each character has their own special weapons, so it's kind of like their classes, and it kind of looks like a Diablo game if Diablo was like a twin-stick shooter.
But it's not a twin-stick shooter. You really have to hold the trigger down to shoot.
Oh, right.
And
So it's like twin-stick plus trigger.
Yeah, that's and it grabs a lot from a lot of the other tropes like the slamming and then the capturing and then you get your multiplier about how fast you hit the A button and it's just all that stupid game stuff.
Right.
But it does everything well,
Yeah.
except for the VO and the script is just horrible. Like
And
it's just I don't like I know it's my first time through here, but I don't want to hear anything you have to say at this point.
and that's kind of a shame because if I was watching Giant Bomb play it, and the intro to one level, it was like the fourth level or something, was insufferably long. And it doesn't like you could make that game pretty fun by keeping it snappy. And
Yep.
between each level, it's like, hey, we got to go to this mausoleum because go figure, there's ghosts. Loading screen. That's all you need. Like it just format it like a Scooby Doo episode.
That's all it needs to be is a Scooby Doo episode.
I don't care about how Scooby Doo can talk. I just care that they're gonna hunt down some ghosts. That's really the only point of that episode.
Outstanding.
I almost made it.
You almost did. It was too good. It was too good.
But like Ghostbusters, it doesn't need to be this thing where I need to. You can provide that chatter in the level. The Ghostbusters can talk to each other and riff off of each other in the level, but I don't care why they're going to hunt ghosts. Sorry,
No,
I don't care why they're going to go bust ghosts in the first place.
I don't know why there has to be like the sassy black chick and the weird sciency white chick with the big hair.
Yeah,
And the hero with the two-tone flat top looking dude, and of course there's a tank with a beard.
that big guy that looks like he's from Battleborn.
Yeah. Like why? Why does it have to be?
It also doesn't. I don't make sense who the target market is for that because it seems like if it was a game focused for kids, it would have the characters from the movie in it, and if it was a game focused for adults, it would have less of those kind of stereotypical characters in it.
It's like a game that wants to be for adults but looks like a kid's game.
And I like the art style from like the
I
stuff
do.
that's drawn. I think that stuff looks great.
UE4 looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like all the particle effects, all the stuff, the equipment, everything works fine. It's just meh.
Maybe it's one of those unfortunate licensed games where someone like 2 months ago looked and they're like, hey Bob, when's the Ghostbusters movie coming out? And they're like, oh, it's like the beginning of July. And they're like, we're not done with the game. We need 4 months. So 2 months it is.
But then there's this whole like level up system per character, by the way,
Oh.
and gear, and I don't whatever. I don't care.
And all that stuff, the unfortunate part is all that stuff would be cool if the core game was fun to play, because it'd be like,
Yes.
all right, now I'm going to play through the game as this big tank guy, and he's got this different weapon, and he's got these other skills, and it'd be like playing Diablo. It'd be like, all right, I'll play this stuff again, but I'm going to play as this witch doctor, and now he rains frogs. So that's definitely different. Let's try that.
Well, yeah, and that's part of the problem with it is it's not fun. I mean, the level seems fast enough. I played through the first one and whatever the tutorial one was, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm gonna finish it because I'm a glutton for punishment, but maybe it'll get more fun once you start leveling stuff up. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I really doubt it.
It seems like one of those things that last gen would be on XBLA.
Yeah. No, and it feels like, and it's like, I was thinking, I was like, oh my god, it's just Sanctum of Slime all over again.
Oh, I forgot about that game. Yeah.
Which that game was horrible.
Yeah.
And this is almost the same game. Almost. It might be, just different skinned.
It's such a shame too, because like, just make it a dual stick shooter.
A dual stick shooter probably would work, but
Yeah.
you gotta make the game, you gotta make the reason for being there fun.
Yeah.
You can't just be, oh, this is Ghostbusters, and expect it to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, because even like, I don't even know what you could smash together with that license. Like, the only thing is you would have to basically rip off Diablo. But I don't know if it's worth it for a licensed game.
No, I don't think they can make that long enough. Like the frustrating thing with this property is it has such a history that you can pull from, to make something interesting.
Yeah.
Like, not even just the lore it establishes it in the movies and in the other games.
Right.
You could literally take this. It's a ghost. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, do like a greatest hits of Ghosts through like.
It's fictional stuff. Make it up. Who cares?
Yeah.
Why do you
Go
have
to
to
a
be locked
museum.
into this own thing?
Yeah. That's a bummer.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being upset for no good reason. But I didn't think the movie was bad.
I mean, you got that
It was,
going for you at
it was,
least.
it was okay.
It's just a shame too. I think for games like that, it's a lot like Mighty Number 9. Like you can look
Oh,
at that
no.
from a distance and you can say, this could have been good. Like you have all the pieces here. It's like putting a puzzle together wrong by force. It's like you had everything you needed to make this beautiful puzzle of a wintry snowscape. And you
But somehow your palm tree ended up in it.
and you just put it together wrong. Like why are there burn marks on it? What happened? Like,
Yeah.
a sea parks. You know, like I
See-
just a fire at a sea parks. It's just like that's what it sounds like to me. Where you look at it from a distance, it's like great, this like Diablo-like class-based dual stick shooter with Ghostbusters. How could this go wrong?
But
went
it
wrong.
does. It's this the second time this has gone wrong for this
Yeah.
stuff.
For like an easy home run, and you just whiff.
But like I keep going back to that one game, the last third-person action Ghostbusters game. That was amazing.
Yeah. That was a good experience. I know it never really clicked with a lot of people, but I thought that was a good game.
I had a lot of fun with the game. I thought the game was it fit.
Yeah.
Like everyone's complaining about they didn't get a Ghostbusters 3. You did. It was a game.
Yeah. And you got to play as the new guy.
Yes. The silent protagonist.
Yeah. The silent Ghostbuster.
The silence. All right. So that played a little Blands 2 today. A little
Ooh.
co-op with Sean because I have a problem with that game where I see someone playing like, ooh, I could do that.
Also, you're a glutton for punishment.
I am. So I have to play a little more as Krieg. Krieg's fun.
That's
I
I like that they made a really different character.
That is such a bizarre thing. Like I love his fight for your life is he literally just lights a whole bunch of sticks of dynamite and just throwing them at people
Yeah.
and then seeing if you blow one up. But then the best one is like, so if you don't get anyone, your last explosion, you pans out, he's holding up the whatchamacallit, and if he blows up and kills something, you're back alive.
Oh,
You have like a dozen chances to get yourself back up.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that. That was pretty good. Like it's almost a little
crush the
overpowered
bones.
in the best way.
Yeah. It is. He's like a psycho. I just wish there was more of what they did in pre-sequel with the character interactions.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's really missing. The only thing I feel that dates Borderlands 2 at this point. Because it is hard going back because that game is really quiet.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's after playing the pre-sequel Blands 2. Just, I think that's the perfect word. Is it's just quiet. Like the music is never loud enough. The stuff that the characters are all talking at you, and there's not a lot of that either.
There's no real dialogue, even if what's going on with yourself. Whereas, like it seemed like, and not that it was bad. That pre-sequel, they just never shut up.
Right.
Like they were always commenting on something or something weird was going on. There was that game was filled with a lot of dialogue.
And more often than not, it was good.
Yes, I'd say it hit a lot more than it missed.
Yeah.
And when it missed, I think they knew it missed and then made another joke out of it.
Right. And I mean, if you like what Gearbox does with their humor, that works pretty well. If you don't, then that level of chatter in pre-sequel is just going to drive you crazy.
Oh, it is. But I loved it.
Yeah.
I need Borderlands 3 like stat.
Yeah, I'm curious if that shows up at next year's E3. I wonder if it's far enough down the pipe that they would at least tease what that is. You know, like, is it Border Worlds, or are you gonna Are we gonna hop from world to world like they've been teasing for 3 games now at this point, or is it gonna continue to be a good experience, but sort of a smaller, more focused one that they've been sticking to?
Right now, they've all taken place on, well, no, Pandora and Elpis.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Elvis
they've
said.
already gone to different worlds. So they
Yeah.
found 2 vaults on one and one on the moon.
Right.
3, 3 on Pandora.
That's true. Yeah, if you put a Tales from Borderlands in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
why'd you leave Pandora if there's a million on that planet?
I just love vault monsters. Like
Yeah.
that is, unless they figure out a way to make it turn into like some big game hunt,
Like planet to planet.
like planet to planet hunting vaults.
And I think that'd be great. I think at that point it would almost be like it'd almost be like an RPG or like a strategy game where it's each planet is maybe a smaller experience. Maybe it's more like Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
You know, it's like you're going from planet to planet. You don't get to explore the entire thing, but you get a pretty good chunk of one individual planet. You do all this stuff there, and then you kind of move on.
I think that would work.
It'd be a good stepping stone to kind of continue to grow. As I think if you come out with another Borderlands game and it's as focused as the previous ones were on just Pandora, especially if it's still just Pandora, I think people might look at that and be like, maybe not again.
I hope the opening scene is they find another vault on Pandora and it blows up the planet.
That'd be great. Within like 5 minutes.
Like the opening 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, finally getting up, you open up the vault and it's like a different set of vault hunters that you never get to play because they all die.
Right. It's like Smoking Aces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the main character. Okay.
Alright.
Let's keep going on this route, I guess.
I think they'd have to do something like that and then make Borderlands 3 kind of like what they did with, hate using the word platform, but have that, here's your world pack. Go get your vault. Here's your world pack. Go get your vault.
Right.
I think it's the only thing that would work.
I mean, I didn't even think about making it like a more extendable platform. I think it's probably still early enough in the generation's life cycle that you probably could do that, especially with Scorpio and Neo being platforms that are looking to extend the console's life cycle a little bit more. Maybe you could, like the thing that Rock Band 4 tried to do, where it's like, all right, let's get out early and let's just kind of build on that foundation over time.
Yeah.
That's an interesting idea.
I think it's a good idea. I think they should do it.
And
then Ghost. Sea Parks was classic too. All right, and the last one I played was Homefront. And I've been pretty exhausted, and I literally fell asleep and ran into some trouble playing this game.
Not a review of the game itself.
No, but I mean, I've just been tired.
Yeah.
And it's dark and it's cold in the dungeon and it's a lot of ambient noise. It's just like I get comfortable, I fall asleep.
It's like being in an airplane where you're like that low hum, the cold temperature, and you're just like, what? No.
Yeah. I got covered in blankets and I'm just like,
oh yeah,
playing.
You had no chance.
No chance at all.
Yeah.
No chance. Anyway, yeah, this game is so Assassin's Creed in me right now.
Yeah, you're Assassin's Creed me, bro.
Like, it is. Now I got these other icons. I gotta blow up these little generators that are turning the daylights on. And I am sniping the crap out of these surveillance cameras so I can wander around the streets a little bit safer. Now I'm in the area. The other area was pretty much, I would say, your more tutorial area. You can get away with a lot. You can run around and not get caught. Now this one is like 100% under surveillance, and they are looking for you.
It's like AC2 when you had the posters all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's almost the same thing, and I can jump in a trash can and hide.
Why is that trash can moving? I don't know.
No.
Not my problem.
No, it's not.
I don't get paid enough for this.
That box move, it's upside down. I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just go. Just go. I don't care.
Yeah. It's the end of my shift.
Yeah, so we did. So I played a lot more. I played probably another 2 hours of that, and I'm slowly moving forward on it. I cleared out the first area 100%. Now I'm working on the second one. This time there's a little more instances of people getting mugged by the occupying force.
Hmm.
So you can say them, or there's prisoners being moved. You take out the guy, and then all the prisoners run free. You get so many instances of those, and I
Sounds a
guess
lot like Infamous.
yeah, it's a little
Liberating the
all the above.
sections. Yeah.
Yes,
It's got DNA from all of them in there.
it does, and it's not doing any of them particularly well,
Hmm.
but not bad.
Not bad enough to be like, I don't need to play this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really curious what's going on, and
Storyline wise?
yeah, I really like your arsenal is set up in a weird way. So you have your base gun, so you have your normal little pistol,
Hmm.
then you take the rack out of it and you slam in an SMG on top of it,
Oh, nice.
and then you have all your attachments, and your attachments work across all your guns.
Oh, great.
So whatever guns would have worked with, because I was getting frustrated. I was like, dude, I bought a silencer. Why can't I use it with this gun?
Right.
Doesn't work with that gun. I'm like, okay, so I slam on the other attachment to it. I'm like, okay, it works with this gun. Awesome.
Right. Hmm.
But yeah, so there's different variations of it. Like there's your pistol, your SMG, and then there's a pneumatic pistol. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna try it out eventually.
That
But
sounds fun.
yeah, and you pick it up scraps of weird, valuable stuff, and you sell that stuff for money at your little gun shops or anyone that's got a little dollar sign above them.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the only real penance you get for dying in the game is you lose whatever valuables you have on you.
Oh, that's not too bad.
So, and then sending you back somewhere you're not exactly sure where you are.
Right.
But that's pretty much what I had this week.
My wife and I have still been playing a lot of Destiny. I think now that we're getting higher light levels, we're able to do more of the weekly and the daily stuff together. So I think there's, like I said last week, there's sort of stuff we can do kind of every day to play for a little bit. I'm doing Challenge of the Elders a lot lately, which is something they introduced in the April patch. It's kind of neat. It's basically a 3-round score attack. Basically, you get a scorecard from this one vendor, and you get a reward if you clear a 3 rounds with 30,000 points total. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to contemplate what you're saying.
Oh, and then you get another reward if you get 90,000 cumulative points over a number of runs. And there are modifiers on it, so...
Is there a limit on the runs you have to do that, or...?
No, you can just run it over and over for the whole week if you want.
It's like a time limit thing, though.
Yeah, basically, so what happens is there are modifiers on each one of them. So like last week it was small arms, your primary weapon does double damage, and you get extra points for doing precision shot kills. So basically,
headshots?
Yeah, so headshots will get you double
Crits.
Points. And basically what happens is you'll go into the Prison of Elders and you'll go into the first room and it spawns the boss immediately, and then he calls in waves of reinforcements every once in a while when his health gets a little bit lower. So basically you clear out a whole bunch of enemies, you go fight the boss a little bit, he calls in more enemies, and then you kind of rinse and repeat. The fun that I've been having with it is seeing how high you can get your score. And like this week is it had catapult, so your grenades recharge really quickly and you get extra points for grenade kills. So it forces you to kind of run out into the field and dodge the boss while throwing grenades like crazy and trying to blow up as many enemies as you can with just grenades and not shots. So each week it has this kind of, and it's light level 320, so it's one of the higher difficulty things in the game. So it's this kind of thing where it's this different thing that they're trying to do with the systems that they have, and it's kind of fun. It's fun to be doing something different where it's not just, hide in this little corner and just shoot as many enemies as you can, and then, make it through without dying as few times as possible. It encourages you to kind of expand a little bit more than maybe you'd normally do. So, still continuing to have a ton of fun with that. 2 months until the next expansion is out, so.
It blows my mind that Destiny's still so popular.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they've been getting better about the MMO loop of every day there's a new mission to do, there's new PvP stuff to do every day. Every week there's like a new Nightfall, and they just introduced some modifiers on the Heroic Strike playlist. So they will act very similarly to the Nightfall, where maybe you'll get extra enemies and they'll have extra shields, but arc damage does some more damage. So you can run the regular strikes with additional modifiers on top of them and an additional difficulty. And you just kind of get that grab bag of strikes. I think there's kind of just enough stuff to keep people... If you still want to play Destiny, there's kind of enough stuff for you to do every day that will keep you engaged for maybe even just an hour a day, but you're kind of still playing it. But if you don't, then you can skip out on Destiny for until Rise of Iron comes out in September, and you'll be fine. There's nothing you have to play right now. So I think they're doing that really well, and they're just kind of they've gotten to a point where Destiny is solid, and they're kind of not messing with it. Which
seems like a good stopping point,
Yeah, I feel like they finally learned their lesson of okay, people are happy. Let's sort of foster this game that we have going on right now. On the opposite end of the spectrum is we are finishing up Act 1 of the Spider-Man event in Marvel Avengers Academy.
Act 1.
Yeah, so it's an 8-week event. The first half is focused on Spider-Man. Looks like the second half is going to be focused on Venom, Carnage, and
the symbiotes.
There's already been a little bit of symbiote stuff, but man, if there's ever a community that cannot be happy about anything a developer is doing, it is the community around Avengers Academy. There have been a lot of stumbling blocks on this event, and I've been impressed by TinyCo, the developers for those that aren't playing, coming out and being honest where they're like, look, alright, we screwed up some stuff. There have been some bugs. They've been really good at... There was a bug where...
So, what'd they do to fix it?
Well,
or what was the bug to begin with?
So there's, one of the bigger bugs was when you would go to fight the lizard, you would need, one of these things and two of these things, whatever they are. The names don't even really matter anymore. And you would go fight, and sometimes it would take double the resources for one fight. And when people finally figured that out, the TinyCo bug fixed it and said, okay, we screwed up, we're pushing out a patch, and we're retroactively giving you back all of the ones that you lost. So they were able to track it per account and say, all right, well, you lost 15 of these and 30 of these. When you log in, we're just dumping those on top of you now. You didn't lose anything, everything's fine. And to me, I was like, well, that's great.
That seems reasonable.
The community was just like, how dare you? How could we lose these in the first place? It's like, but they gave them to you. But you gave back. They gave them back to you, everything. And there's one of these things originally where when you have there's two event boards, like your standard one and the one that's going on for the event. When you would dismiss one of those missions, it had a 70-minute timer. And initially people were like, that's way too long. That is not something that we can deal with. So a week in, they pulled it down to 35 minutes. Everyone's like, okay. And a lot of people in the community were like, how could you be so stupid to think that 70 minutes? It's like, guys, I know there's a timer, and you're freaked out because there's a timer. Settle down. That would be like me playing it while we're talking because I need to go defeat the Green Goblin again. I have 5 days to do that. It'll be fine. Breathe. So, I'm having a lot of fun with this event. I feel like it's been mishandled in a different way than Civil War was, but I feel like they're making fixes faster, and they're making amends a lot faster than they did last time. So,
Does it still cost me 45,000 tokens to upgrade Wonder Man?
I have no idea.
I'm done.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What?
And the last game I played, I finished Zero Time Dilemma.
Oh, how was that?
I don't know. So, I didn't realize while I was playing the game, I was gathering kind of like these codec entries called files. So I still have to go read those. Apparently that kind of puts a bow on the end of the game. It resolved a lot of the questions that I had coming out of 999 and VLR. I think... Bless you. I think, unfortunately, it's not as good of a game as Virtue's Last Reward. I think, to me, 999 is a really good game that has some mechanical issues. Like, you have to skip a large part of the game by fast-forwarding through it to get to a decision to get new stuff. I feel like Virtue's Last Reward is probably the high point of that trilogy. And Virtue's Last Reward is so good that Zero Time Dilemma needed to be really outstanding for it to resolve a lot of what happened in Virtue's Last Reward and to answer a lot of those questions.
Okay.
And to resolve it from sort of a gameplay standpoint. I feel like it got close, but it missed the mark a little bit. But there are no other games. Danganronpa is probably the closest type of game that comes close to this. There's no other games that are like these. So even if we get one that's pretty okay,
it's still better than not getting it at all.
Yeah, and it's kind of an experience. Like you finish a Zero Escape game and it's not anything that you've played before. And where that takes the story and the fragment system that I was talking about last week, it's kind of a cool... how it presents this story in an out-of-order way and how that stuff all comes together is really pretty cool. I think probably my only major complaint is the puzzle rooms are all front-loaded. So once you get done with those, and the whole back half of that game is just story. Which is fine, because I enjoy the story, but I liked being able to break up as like, alright, I'm going to get a little bit of story, I'm going to get a puzzle room, I'm going to make a decision, and then I'm going to get story both ways on that decision. And then to have kind of a story dump at the end was fine, but it felt a little uneven. But yeah, that was overall good. I'm happy that the trilogy got its end, because after the second game it seemed like we wouldn't get one. And I'm kind of happy that the writer, the designer got the chance to finish his story. And I hope that he gets another chance to tell
a new story?
Yeah, like to tell other stories like that, because this isn't his first series. And I'd like to see... It's a lot like Kojima, where it's like, you're doing some crazy stuff, and it doesn't always work, but I always want to see what you're doing. Because more often than not, it's good, and when it's not good, it's at least entertainingly crazy. So, I'm sort of along for the ride.
There needs to be more entertainingly crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's been a lot of safe stuff.
Yeah.
And
maybe that's the problem I have with that Ghostbusters game. It was too safe.
Yeah. Well, and
it's like they just checked all the boxes it had to be.
Yeah. Well, and I think You and I talked a little bit before the show. We're kind of in a slump. It's like the summer slump where I have all these games. I should be playing them. I kind of don't wanna.
Yeah.
I'm reading a bunch. I'm reading books a lot.
Watching a lot of movies, playing a lot of golf.
Yeah, like
That's where it is. Like I'm into that point where I'm like my expenditure during the course of my day, where I gotta be on point. I just want to come home and just I don't have the energy to do games.
you have the energy to lay on the couch and watch a movie.
Attempt to watch a movie.
That's
I
true.
have fallen asleep.
Luther. No.
No.
All right, but that's all we've been playing this week, so let's take a break.
You mama make me happy.
I haven't watched that movie in a while.
It's been on HBO all the time now.
Really?
Like, it seems like ever since I bought HBO, like, legit HBO, every time I go on that channel, it's like Tropic Thunder is playing somewhere in there.
Man. That's an okay problem.
Don't hurt me. You never go full.
It's so good.
Oh, man. I know who I am, I don't tell you. Now I'll drop characters, I do the DVD commentary.
Did you ever listen to the commentary for that?
No.
He is in character for most of the commentary. Until he says something in the movie and then drops that character pretty quickly. And it's just like... It's just his normal self.
I don't know how like, I get it. If it was any other actor, there would be such an uproar.
Yeah.
But he was so hot right then.
And they leaned into it hard enough that I think they could get away with it.
Oh, they leaned into the point where not only is it he's an Australian guy playing an American black dude.
Right. But also, like, it's so ludicrous that an Australian guy would go get plastic surgery to play that character. Yeah. And, like, it's just, like, to me, it's so ludicrous that it went full circle, and it's like, all right, that could be, no, that's just too dumb to be offensive.
It's yeah. Well, then the same thing with that whole argument when he was talking about the Academy Awards with that stirred up all the fervor with the film.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get it, but I mean they leaned into that so hard, and it was so true.
Yeah. I
think that was the part because it was so true. That joke.
It was really on the nose, which is good.
Well, I should probably open up show notes.
Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever you are. It's starting to get hot in here.
Come on. We were in college in the early aughts. You know what's following that, right?
I know. Heard it when I said it.
Yeah. That's been happening a lot lately. I just hear something, and I just start laughing. Like, what's so funny? You don't want to know what happens up in here.
Yeah.
Stop it, Boomer. God.
I want to laugh, too.
I want to laugh so hard, but you won't let me.
Boomer's the guy that's coming in halfway through conversation. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Punisher.
Yeah. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, I love jokes.
Yeah.
Me too.
What are we laughing about? Well, we did make a few at your expense, but if you want to laugh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, we're terrible people.
We do have our
moments. Know it.
Stop it.
Like one runaway eyelash. There we go. Jesus. Ugh.
Runaway eyelash?
Yeah, it's just like...
I hear some shuffling.
What? My wife is, we're packing up... No, we're packing up some Legos. We're putting them in a bin. Alright, since my nephew was here last weekend, he's like, oh, Legos, dump. It's like, okay.
Are they, you still have house guests?
No. They were only here for a long weekend.
Where my little buddy was.
Yeah. I did not know that there was a Kappa Bob Ross emote. That's pretty great.
Where did he find that?
It's probably one of the built-in ones on Twitch. Since Twitch shows Bob Ross, was it Mondays? All right, let's kick this thing off.
Oh, yeah, I just got distracted by work emails. Sorry.
Work.
Sorry. Alright, I think I got an idea how to say that. Alright, ready?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for the week of July 18th, 2016. I am Setsuna for the PlayStation 4 and PC.
I am gonna mute both of these guys.
What's happening?
I'm excited for this because it is apparently the combat system is the same as Chrono Trigger, which we haven't gotten since Chrono Trigger back in 94, 95. So it's interesting to see what a modern day RPG with that system would be like. It looks pretty.
So what is the actual thing? Like, how does it play?
Oh, well, Chrono Trigger did one of the first few big games where you ran into enemies on the map and the interface just came up. And depending on how close you were to enemies or how close you were to your party members, depending on what sort of attacks you could do or combine. Some of the most interesting stuff that Chrono Trigger did was double or triple text, which is I'm going to take 2 or 3 of my party members and we're going to mash together some of our spells and make a larger, more effective spell with the combined strength.
All right.
So, some kind of neat stuff. But unfortunately, that's all we have for releases because it's apparently the summer drought in full effect right now.
That even the industry's in a slump like us.
Yeah. Let's move on to news stories. Telltale's Batman the Telltale series comes out in August. They are doing something really weird for this one. So they are coming out with a physical disc on retail on September 13th. And my initial thing was, cool, but wait, is it done? No.
No.
They're putting
it's a
out,
season pass on a disc.
It is a season pass disc for $30. And it's just a season pass, and on the first disc, on the disc is the first episode and then the season pass. I can understand why they might want to do this, but I feel like that's shortchanging the strength of Telltale games coming out on disc, which is, did everybody like this season? Okay, cool, they did. Now that it's all out and it's on a disc, I can just pick it up and I can play it off the disc without having to download it, and I know if it's good or not.
Or having to wait over and over again.
Right. And I understand they want to get more people in for the first episode so that they can pull you along with the individual episodes, and they want you to build up like we got with Life is Strange, which is great. Now I have to wait another month for the next. What, you just left me on a huge cliffhanger. But Telltale is a little bit more uneven with their release dates.
Well, yeah, it's not like they've been consistent with any one of them.
Yeah.
Like, it was what, Borderlands, the Tales from the Borderlands, it was like the first 2 were out, then it was
months
with nothing. Oh, they're all out now.
Right. Oh, we're done with those. Here you go.
Yeah, so
I
get why they're doing it, but sure.
And the thing too is I want to
make it a limited edition though. You can only buy the season pass disc for like the first month.
Sure. And then, but like, what are you going to call the thing when the whole first season is out? Are you going to call it like Game of the Year edition? Like the complete collection? Like, what do you... The only thing is, I hope this is good. I feel like if there's
The
anything,
Batman?
yeah, if there's anything Telltale could do really well, is they could tell like a mature, interesting Batman story. I hope it's good, because it could turn out pretty nicely. Next news story here: Valve, in the continued saga of what's happening with CS:GO trading / gambling, Valve has finally come out and said, "Hey guys, you can't do that with our API." And people asked, "Well, are you going to block them?" Valve goes, "No, come on. We're just going to send a letter to them saying, hey, you guys shouldn't do that."
It's just getting smacked in the nose.
Shockingly, a lot of sites have already closed down.
Wow.
Not a thing that I was expecting to have happen. And additionally, Twitch has gone ahead and banned. They've updated their terms of service saying that you can't stream any of this lottery stuff. So, kind of from both ends, that's been blocked a lot faster than I thought it would be. And more effectively.
I thought for sure they were just going to kind of let that go.
Yeah, I thought the lawsuits would happen, and, Valve would say, oh, well, we're just a provider. We can't control what people do with our data. It's just an open API, and it would go on for months. And next week, they shut it down. Without shutting it down, they actually sent some strongly worded letters and shut it down. So, interesting. Nintendo has announced their brand new console, the NES Classic Edition. This is for $60, you basically get a super tiny NES that plugs in your TV. It's like any of those, like 20 games on an Atari, and it's just like an HDMI connection on the back.
This one actually looks like it's first party, right?
It is, yeah. $60, 30 games. It's actually a lot of games you would want to play, like both Castlevania games, Double Dragon 2, Final Fantasy, all of the Super Mario Brothers, like both of the Zelda games, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden. Like it's like the top shelf NES games that most people were playing when you had an NES. Soulchild83 in chat says they should do a Super NES one too. Absolutely agree.
I think all the classic console makers should do this. Can you imagine how awesome? I want to play TurboGrafx 16 one.
Sure. I mean, no one could afford a TurboGrafx 16 when we were that young. Oh my
god, those games were awesome. I want to play Bonk again.
Yeah. The
Bonk.
Bonk. What a weird game. The only bummer about it is it'll never get any additional games other than these 30.
That's fine.
I feel like that's okay.
I think I would throw my money at this anyway.
Yeah.
Just because it's never really owning a legit NES.
Well, and you would hope that a lot of the emulation that Nintendo's done on the Wii and the Wii U has been really good, and it's been a solid representation. You would hope that a first party, if they're making a super tiny NES, it just fits in the palm of your hand. If they're going to make that, the emulation for these games should be accurate. So it's not like picking up, one of those multi-carts when we were kids, and it's like 80 games on one cart, and it's like, yeah, but half of them just don't work. And I would hope that this would be kind of a legitimate experience. So do that with the Super NES, do that with the Genesis, and start moving forward.
Oh my god, that controller's wireless too, right?
I think so.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Next news story, something really weird that I guess I didn't really understand or know about this before. Somebody has finally cracked the DRM on the Saturn.
I read this thing and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, so this guy, Dr. Abrasive, has been spending a really long time, multiple months lately, tracking this down. I guess the most interesting thing I found was the DRM that they had on the Sega Saturn CDs was basically when the CDs got burnt, they had a defect on the outside ring called a wobble.
Yeah.
That was apparently impossible to replicate with CDRs, like with standard burning technology, which is really great DRM if we haven't broken it in 2016. And the CPU that handled the CD stuff was really hard to reverse engineer. So
there you go. You would have solved all the piracy issues with the Saturn.
right, it's like apparently they just figured it out, or like Sega continued to innovate and made some really solid DRM. I guess this Dr. Abrasive guy found out that you can use the Sega Saturn's video CD slot, the one that MPEG decoder card went in, and using that, you can start loading code onto the CPUs that will allow you to break a lot of that DRM. What's still crazy is this doesn't solve the problem for emulators. Like, he's just breaking the physical console's DRM. So he's not actually, because the problem is going to continue to be we don't have more Saturns.
No, we don't.
We have to figure out the emulation at some point, and we're still having trouble with that, it seems. So
I guess the only thing you do is ask Sega, like, hey, can you make the emulations for these?
I guess, yeah. I mean, at some point, you know...
I'm sure there's someone who's like, what? Why is someone doing this? Why don't you just call us?
Right.
I can totally see them like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had it, we had it done, like, you know, back in 2000. Someone just, an intern just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. I don't know why you're doing this.
Yeah.
You got that much free time, buddy? Here,
I'm in emulator.
Here, have a Dreamcast.
Yeah. Oh, now I got a Dreamcast. But it's so funny in comparison to how quickly the Dreamcast DRM was broken wide open.
Yeah.
Like the year that Sega said, we're done with that. I mean, almost immediately, everyone was like, oh, just burn this thing to a CDR and stick it in your Dreamcast. Hey, that works.
I think they did that on purpose.
Probably. I think they were just
salting
salting
they were the ones that even leaked it. They're like, all right, this thing's done. Let's get as much love as we can right now.
Probably. All right, we're going to skip our last news story here and move on to tweets. DrewMaru_comics writes in and says, are you guys excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon? If so, which starters do you like the most? Any thoughts on the game and Pokemon so far? I feel like with Sun and Moon coming out, I feel like I'm almost ready to play another Pokemon game. I feel like I play like every 4 games, because if not, it's not that different.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Pokemon really isn't my bag, except for catching Pokemons in real life.
Yeah. I don't even know enough about which of the Pokemon are the starters. I don't even know anything. The thing is, when I look at new Pokemon games, they just look like more Pokemon games. Yep. And that's not a bad thing. They're good games. It's just, it's like looking at the Monster Hunter games, where they're like, yeah, we have a new monster in this one. It's like, oh, okay, that just looks the same. So, but I think it's like when you and I pick up a new golf game where you're like, oh man, they just added this new type of spin. And everyone's like, yeah, but you still golf in it, right? And it's like, yeah, but you can do all this other stuff. Already catching a Pokemon as we're talking.
Pop one. It's only because we brought it up.
You just had to see if there was one.
I did, and there was one right in my lap.
Yep. Isn't there always? All right, let's move on to
Hey-o.
our email here. Kevin F. writes in about Project Brutality again. Kevin from Cincinnati. I want to give you guys some updates on Brutal Doom, specifically Project Brutality. First off, yes, Brutal Doom and Project Brutality and Brutal Wolf support 1080p resolutions. That's great.
Wow.
In fact, I believe it can go all the way up to 4K, but don't quote me. There are a lot of resolution and aspect ratio options, 16 by 10, etc. The display options. I have to assume this has a lot to do with the source port you use. I guess that's true. There's so many people that when, like Z-Doom came out, because when they released the source code for the Doom engine, people were just like, okay, now we're going to make it run on Linux, and now it's going to run on, Windows XP. Like, we're just going to make a wrapper around the files that just lets you, without having to use DOSBox, you can run the game on modern platforms. So it seems like they're just taking that and kind of extending it a little bit further. Also, I discovered Brutal Doom and Project Brutality were made by different people, Brutal Wolf as well, which the idea of playing Wolfenstein 3D modern, like in a big format, sounds interesting / weird. I don't know what to make of that.
That needs to be on a 12-inch monitor, like just...
Yeah, and it's postage size.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's running really fast, but you kind of have to squint.
Got to have the banners.
Yep. And once you go all the way down
bricks.
the smallest size, it makes fun of you. I say give Project Brutality specifically a go, because there's a lot that was added to it over the years. Imps will climb walls and attack you. Enemies roll out of the way of gunfire and throw grenades. There are new enemy scientists that wield axes, etc. There are tons of other options where you can customize your experience. Just thought I would update you guys on this. Check it out for sure. Thanks for the show every week. It's much appreciated. P.S. I figured out how to import the Super Shotgun into Doom 1, which makes Doom 1 inherently a much better game.
Yes.
It's already great, but... this reminds me a lot of... somebody just released on GitHub this thing for Super Mario World where you can drop a clean ROM into it, and you can randomize the experience. Like, it randomizes levels and power-ups and where all the bosses and the bonuses are. It sounds like Project Brutality kind of does that a little bit too, where it's like, yeah, we still got imps, but they can climb the wall and shoot stuff from you now. Like, it twists the experience around a little bit in a way that it's still Doom, but maybe a little bit extra on top of it. And
yeah,
that's
but
kind of neat.
How would they be able to model all those different behaviors?
I don't know. Some crazy... I guess if they have the entire source code, they can kind of add to it as they wish. It's crazy. Those crafty programmers. Crafty coders.
Engineers.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all we have this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Email us, tvgpfans@gmail.com. Tweet us at tvgp. Don't forget to join the Discord server, which I have trouble saying. And all the links to all that stuff is on the right-hand side of the page.
All right, and don't forget to join the forums. Please mark yourselves in the map. Join us for our weeks of game night. Monday night, Left 4 Dead 2 or Battlefield 4 on Monday night. That is on the Xbox One, 10 p.m. EST. Tuesdays, Destiny's Child Night. Don't go chasing waterfalls on a PlayStation 4. Wednesdays, Rocket League on a PlayStation 4. Thursday, Steam Game Night. And then, hey, catch us online. Send us invites.
Dealer's choice.
Don't be shy, cowboy. Yes.
And the Game Club game this month is Star Wars Republic Commando is the title? Yes. That's a great game that I still haven't started yet. You should go play that. I remember it being really good. And you can watch this show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, every week here at the same time. And watch the archives, youtube.com. Check out that video game podcast. We'll see you all next week.
Latest.
I have 4 titles.
Okay.
The Buddy System, Gaga Ghosts, the Silent Ghostbuster, which I really like, and this game is Assassin's Creeding me.
There was another one in there we laughed really good at. Or was that on a break?
That might have been on a break. I kind of like the Silent Ghostbuster. It sounds like an art movie remake of the first Ghostbusters movie.
The Silent Ghostbuster?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, it was just bugging me.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I didn't. I like the Silent Ghostbuster.
The Silent Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Circle that one. That one's just fun. Plus, I want to leave Gaga Ghosts to get dropped. Surprise people.
Oh, it was so good. Oh my god.
I get one every once in a while.
That's up there. That might be one of the funniest things. That one's gonna live in the annals of TVGP.
I hope.
The second longest running game podcast.
Yeah.
The longest running clean podcast.
The one that Scotsmen hate.
Who did?
Nothing. It's just chat. Don't be a jerk in chat, and I won't ban you. That's the rules right below this show. Also, don't ask what are you guys doing. That's also right below this video. All right, let's get started in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 456 for July 18th, 2016. The Silent Ghostbuster.
Zoinks!
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Always love having the cool ones of you here. We'll see you all next week. Peace.
See ya.